Welcome to Numis Nerd, where hidden coins become hidden wealth.
Now take a close look at this coin. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary, a modern Washington quarter, copper nickel, the kind of coin most people wouldn't even bother checking. But this is a 1982 Washington quarter, and it holds one of the most overlooked secrets in modern U.S. coin collecting. 1982 was a strange year for the U.S. Mint. Inflation was high, production costs were rising, and demand for coins was unpredictable. Because of this, the Mint made an unusual decision. No official mint sets were produced that year. That single decision changed everything. The design is familiar. George Washington's profile on the obverse, liberty across the top, in God we trust near the neck. On the reverse, the eagle stands with wings spread. Nothing about it looks rare. And that's exactly why most people miss what matters. Here's where things get interesting. In 1982, quarters were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Denver coins carry a D mint mark just as expected. But some Philadelphia quarters from 1982 were struck without any mint mark at all. That may sound normal today, but it wasn't meant to happen. These no mint mark quarters were the result of a minting oversight, and because no mint sets were issued, collectors had very few opportunities to save pristine examples. Most were released directly into circulation, where they were spent, scratched, and worn down. Very few survived in high condition, and that's where the value comes in. Collectors consider the 1982 no mint mark Washington quarter one of the key modern era coins. Finding one is possible. Finding one in true mint state condition is extremely difficult. Most examples show wear, dull surfaces, or contact marks from decades of use. Now let's talk about the number that changes everything. The highest recorded price for an authentic 1982 no mint mark Washington quarter has exceeded $10,000 at public auction in top-grade condition. Pause on that. A quarter worth 25 cents selling for more than many people earn in several months. Even examples in lower grades can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and demand. And because this coin looks completely normal, many people never realize what they're holding. Here's what most people don't know. These quarters are still out there, sitting in jars, mixed into old rolls, passed down in collections where no one ever checked mint marks closely. And because it's a modern quarter, it's often ignored entirely. So here's what to do if you find one. First, check the date, 1982. Next, look below Washington's neck. If there is no mint mark, you may have something special. Then examine the condition. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and original luster. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. And whatever you do, never clean it. Cleaning can destroy collector value instantly. A coin that could be worth thousands can drop to face value in seconds. If the coin looks unusually sharp or untouched, have it professionally authenticated and graded. That single step can confirm whether you're holding an ordinary quarter or a rare modern key date. This is why coin collectors never stop checking their change, not because every coin is valuable, but because the few that are can change everything. The 1982 Washington quarter proves an important lesson. Rarity doesn't always come from age. Sometimes it comes from mistakes, from shortages, from years when the mint made decisions no one thought would matter decades later. And that's the real secret. Fortune doesn't always hide in old silver or gold. Sometimes it hides in something modern, something ordinary, something most people never look at twice, because the next valuable coin might already be sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting for you to notice it.
Now take a close look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like a simple old silver quarter. Worn edges, soft details, something many people assume is common, just because it's old. But this is a 1932 Washington quarter dollar, and it is one of the most important coins ever struck in the United States. 1932 was not just another year. It was the birth year of the Washington quarter. Originally, this design was never meant to become permanent. It was created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and the plan was to issue it for 1 year only. But history had other ideas. The country was deep in the Great Depression. Coin demand was low, money wasn't moving, and because of that, production numbers were sharply limited. Quarters were struck at 3 mints Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. This is where everything changes. The Philadelphia coins are common enough, but the Denver and San Francisco issues were struck in extremely small numbers, especially the San Francisco mint. Only about 400,000 1932 quarters were ever made. Even at the time, that number was shockingly low. Most of these quarters went straight into circulation. People spent them on food, rent, and necessities during one of the hardest economic periods in American history. Very few were saved. and even fewer survived in high condition. The design itself is iconic. George Washington's strong profile on the obverse, dignified and calm. On the reverse, the eagle stands proud with outstretched wings, symbolizing resilience and endurance. It's a powerful image, and it perfectly reflects the era in which the coin was born. Collectors today consider the 1932D and 1932S Washington quarters the key dates of the entire series. Without them, a Washington quarter collection is incomplete. And now comes the number that changes everything. The highest recorded price for a 1932S Washington quarter has exceeded $400,000 at public auction in top-grade condition. Pause on that. A quarter worth 25 cents selling for more than many houses, simply because it survived when almost none did. Even heavily circulated examples regularly sell for thousands of dollars. Mid-grade pieces can still reach 5 figures, and well-preserved examples are fiercely contested whenever they appear at auction. Here's what most people never realize. These coins still surface in inherited collections, in old albums, in estate holdings where no one ever checked mint marks closely. And because they look like ordinary old quarters, they're often underestimated. So if you ever come across a 1932 Washington quarter, stop immediately. Flip it over. Look beneath the eagle. If you see a D or an S mint mark, you're holding something special. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. And do not assume wear means low value. Have it professionally authenticated and graded. Because this isn't just a quarter. It's the foundation of one of the longest-running coin series in US history. The 1932 Washington quarter proves a powerful lesson. Some fortunes don't shine. Some don't look impressive. Some look worn, ordinary, and forgotten, until the right person looks closer. Because the next historic coin might already be sitting quietly in your hands.